Hello and welcome to Acapella Adventures, 8 minutes of solo actual play testing using the 3D10 system for Meroch, a past the post-apocalypse with fantasy tropes for the Module Ormegarten, episode 033. Our characters are Igor Steinmann, a Russo-German themed Dwarven character, Wolfsbane, a human magic user, and Wyesley Assassin. He also has his buddy Steven, the sword mimic. Actually trapped by Mac, they were headed to town to sell some found materials, battled some random monsters, and encountered signs of civilization. They dealt with Fox, got some information from him. They were trying to pass through parts of cultivated land and sort of a pretty pastoral type of, what can I say? Imagine Stratford on the Avon found in the wilds of Colorado. Like a small, rural, heavily, slightly wooded, hillock with pretty adventure, pretty building typical for your fancy medieval adventuring. Trying to pass through parts of the cultivated land, or actually around, they found a woodsman who had an accident. They proceeded to try and help him, took him to the local healer who turned out to be the Medusa, that is also sort of a friend of theirs, and now they're getting information out of her. She is not willing to put them up for the night. She is going to send them over to the keep for them to reside, and she will promise to give them more answers and maybe more questions the next time they come her way. Things we're going to do today. I think we're going to. I think it's time to hit the keep. Finally, time. This order now doesn't take this long, but then again, they're going slow because they're not sure what's going on. They don't know what kind of reception they're going to get. This is not their world. They know it. So they're kind of proceeding a little bit carefully, a little bit slow. That's fine. They come to the keep. For those of you familiar, this is a large grant construction. There is, when you're facing the entrances, there is to the left a monastery of the same fortified keep design as the one on the right, which is the actual military financial guild situation presented. Tough granite. It's been through a couple of battles. Things have assaulted this place that are probably best forgotten by everybody. Most of these characters, especially the PCs previously, were serving as what I call wands, which is basically it's the Game of Thrones thing. You come up, you serve, you get rewarded for heroic service. The end. It's sort of what happened. Mac and Igor and Wyesley all went through the same sort of process as the player characters. Part of what helped them forge as a group. They've got questions. So they show up. They are asked what they're doing. They're telling them, hey, we've heard about the keep. We're checking to see how it's going. Everything's going on. He's like, okay. Are you guys bringing in anything dangerous? They're going to say no more than a standard adventurer would. It doesn't make them happy, but we're okay with that. Another good choice would be they will give their names. They'll check and see if they've been here before, which is a weird question. Let's see how he reacts to that. 5, about mid-range. Yeah, he just looks at him weird and doesn't really answer. The scribe does huff a little bit, which probably tells them that they are not. It's not an appreciated question. Like, you should know whether you've been here or not. So they're going to head in. They don't have horses, so we're not worried about that. Should they have horses? Nah, I don't remember anymore. Been too long. They probably did have horses. Anyways, they go into the keep, and it is fairly identical. Everything seems to be the same, and they will go in, start checking out the place. Wyesley wants to check out Gertrude first. He has connections with her. She is the banker. She actually was a thief, and she helped train him some. So if anybody should recognize anyone in this group, and possibly, possibly she trained Igor as well. So if anybody should recognize him, it should be Gertrude. They, kind of nervous, come up, past a couple situations. The church was Arthurian, but it doesn't seem to have the same symbols on the outside. The guild was a red and white rose guild. It is now a red rose guild only. And they're not going to bother with that at this point because Wyesley wants to find out more about Gertrude at first. So Gertrude, they walk up to the shop, everything looks the same. So far, so good. And I think we'll leave that here because I think Gertrude's going to take a while either way. We'll figure out what's the situation with Gertrude when we get back next time. So have fun, enjoy yourselves. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.